Assalamu alaikum, wonderful viewers. Welcome to the Poetry Slam show here on Eco TV International, the People's Choice, where we celebrate the power of words, the beauty of expression, and the art of poetry. I am your host, Rohetu Ture, and every week we invite talented poets to come and showcase their talent and their art of work. And today here with me is the legend himself, a rare gem in the literary world. He will introduce himself shortly, but before that you can kindly follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Sponsors are also invited. You can call on the various numbers on the screen to sponsor this program. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Introduce yourself.
Good morning, viewers. My name is Boubacar Jallo, alias the Legendary Pen, a student of the Gambia College, right now on his TP, teaching practice.
Well, you all can see that here, first of all, your name is really interesting and intriguing. So how does this name came about, the Legendary Pen?
The Legendary Pen, the way it started is a long process because before I started poetry as in my grade 10. So at that time I was given junior pen by Mr. Pen himself. He is my mentor. Mr. Pen gave me junior pen, but as time goes on I see there are many junior pens. I talked to him and I told him that can I change the name? Then he gave me the Legendary Pen. Okay. That's the way the name come about. Because always wherever I am writing. Yeah.
Right. And also, what inspired you to become a poet?
The thing that inspired me to become a poet, before, if I see poets, I do be angry because always it was not in my mind. Like, whenever I see people doing poetry, I do ask myself, oh, why are these people doing this? What is this people gaining something from it? Those are the questions that I ask myself. But as time goes on, I was doing only debate. So, but things change, things change. The time I started just doing one poem, and wherever I sit, I listen to people's poem, and I also see people the way they do poetry. I say to myself, oh, I have to also involve myself into it. This is the way it begins. Because of the love and the passion that I have for it, the way it comes,
And also, how did you discover your unique voice as a poet?
My unique voice as a poet, for right now, I can say it is not that much powerful because many people are out there who never hear about me, who only maybe just might hear my name from other people because I didn't record a poem yet. We only record one poem that is a collaboration poem because, I was at Armitage and there we don't have the chance, to go out to have these studios. It's very difficult to have it around that area. So the time I came here, that's the time I start involving myself into recording poems. But inshallah, the voice will go out and people will hear the voice, especially the youths of the Gambia.
Okay, yeah, I'm anticipating for that.
Inshallah.
And also, who are the poets or writers that has influenced your work?
The poets or writers that influence my work. First of all, I will start with my own mentor. That is Modu Sise, Mr. Pen. He is my inspiration, and whenever I listen to his poems, I feel like, yes, I can still do it. Especially his Beyond the Pilot. That poem inspired me a lot. Every day I do listen to that poem, and I do be inspired because, he split out words which, that are very powerful. And the second writer is the logical intellect inspired by wisdom. He's also my second, I can say, mentor. Because trust me, the way he recites, I love it itself, and the way he combines his words, trust me, I just feel it like that. And also the other one, I can say my own teacher, who was my motivator. That's the time I was in Amity. The time I started poetry, people were talking that, you cannot do it because you are too small for it and you don't have the chance. As Gambians, it's very easy for people to start discouraging. But he always encouraged me whenever I am with him. He encouraged me to write poems, to write plays, to write anything that comes to my mind, to write it. Because he always tell me that it's only in terms of nonsense that you can remove sense. So this is the way, those are my mentors, I can say. Yeah. But there are other poets also who, that they inspire me a lot. Like the likes of the Dinkendo, that is Fofana Kanyi, Nyasi, King poets. There are many. Trust me, whenever I listen to those poets, it do motivate me, The likes of
feel great.
my boss too, that is Genius Jangha and Omar Champion and also Poet Sidibe. especially Dija, the iconic poet, Dija.
Okay.
Dija also is good, trust me. Whenever I listen to those people's poems, I prefer like every day just writing. Even if I can record every day, I will just keep on writing and recording.
Yeah, do you wish to have a collab with them?
Yeah, I wish one day, inshallah. For Logical, we already have a collab with other poets. That is his album launching, upcoming album launching. That is 27 June. Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah. And what does poetry really mean to you, and how has that meaning evolved over time?
Really, poetry means to me like it's a thing that you know that you can transmit your voice and people will listen to you. You will educate. You will inspire others. You will also like to teach people what is going on in this country, especially the Gambia. Things that are going on in this country. Others are there, they don't listen to news. People like me, personally, I don't listen to news that much. I only read it, but to listen is always a problem. So our voice is the only thing. Before it was the musical industry, but right now I can say the musical industry it's going, yeah, but the things that they are advising is not that much like the things that the poets are doing. And I wish now the people or the society listen to the poets well, because it's very interesting when like they are talking about the things that are going on in the country, and while other people didn't hear about it. That's why always I play poetry whenever I am with people, so that they can also hear the message that people are trying to circulate in the country. Yeah.
Okay. And now, regarding your creative process, how do you go from an idea to a finished poem?
Whenever I start something, before I start writing, I have to think, recite things on my own. I will recite it on my own, find a headline or a theme for it before start writing. So if I start writing, ideas flow. The way I start writing, that's the way ideas flow. So after all, I'll just come, edit it and pack it. Because there are many times which, if I write poems, I just only edit it, pack it aside because I don't record yet. Yeah. So this is the way it comes. If I start writing, I have to think about it before going into details. Then if I think about, if like I am writing about the society, I have to check the society, what is going on in the society. Is it the good things that I'm supposed to write about, or is it the bad things, and also the solutions? This is the way I write, and this is the way I go into it.
Okay. Then after you coming from Armitage, and you are here now, it's been a long.
Sure.
Why haven't you recorded it? Is it because of financial constraint or something else?
Yeah, sure, because of financial constraints, because it's not easy. Actually right now I am on my TP, but I'm not having any other work to do apart from going to school. That's the only thing that I do. Even if I apply to other places, people now just Gambia the way it is, you cannot understand. So it's because of the financial constraints that why I was not able to record many poems. But as far as I started it recording with the logical intellect, I will also try my level best at least to keep on the good work that I started. Yeah.
Okay, inshallah, may God help you.
Amen, inshallah.
And do you have any rituals or habits that help you to get into the mindset to write?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Do you have any rituals or habits that help you to get into the mindset to write?
To write?
Yes.
The only thing that make me to write is when I am angry.
Angry?
Yeah.
When you are happy.
No, if I am happy, that one those are love poems,
Ah, fine.
But for the things that are happening in the country.
Someone here loves that one, love poem.
I hope you are not referring to yourself. Okay, no problem. So that's the way it is. If I am angry, I write more. Trust me, if I am angry, I write more. And the way I write, the more ideas come. And also, but when I'm happy too, I'm happy. I also write because when I'm happy, I do write like love poems, just romantic poems at least. Because I can say poetry is my happiness. Because me, I'm always lonely, I can say it. I'm always lonely. I am always on my own, sitting on my own. Yeah, I have friends, especially the one I come with. He's my best friend. So if I sit with him, I feel happy. But when I'm sitting alone, if I am not doing anything, the only thing that comes in my mind is to write. Because that's the only thing that gives me joy at that moment. Because as you know now, the world, the way it is going, it's not easy. You cannot have friends, there are friends who you know that they are not friends. They are just there for temporary. So I didn't move with friends who you know that those friends are just bad friends. You are just there for temporary and you decide to leave. That's why I'm always on my own. And I like that. I love being on my own because the more I am on my own, the more I learn about myself, the more I learn about the society too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you do when you are writing and you feel stuck, like you can't go further?
If I am writing, if I start writing a poem and I know that I cannot complete it at that moment, I have to go back again, think, sit on my own, free my mind, at least play some vibes, enjoy some vibes at least, so that I can refrain my mind again. So if I did that, I come back again and start writing, or else I go outside. Like always, wherever I am, I'm with pen and a paper, so that whatever I see, or inside my phone, if you check my phone, always, sometimes some things are there which that I get them outside. Whenever I see things happening, I jot it down, write it, pack it there.
Okay, you are saying that like your poem depends on the atmosphere.
Atmosphere, sure.
Okay.
The atmosphere, yeah.
Alright. And do you edit your poems heavily, or do you prefer to keep it in the initial flow?
I sometimes I edit it heavily, but sometimes I just leave it like an initial flow, because I don't want to use jargons in my poems. I only want to use simple language so that everyone who hear that, you can know what I mean. Not like you hear a word which that big word and you have to go inside for the word dictionary inside the dictionary to find the meaning of the word. No, I want to transmit an information in a simple language, so that even those people outside can also know that yes, this person is trying to bring out something. So they can learn early as possible at that moment. But if you use jargons, if I use jargons in my poems, trust me, it will just be a waste, because many people are there, especially we students today. We don't want to hear jargons. We only want to hear simple language. After, that's the way we can get it. But if I'm playing a poem, and everything is jargons, big jargons, I will feel dizzy that, boy,
Some people love
jargons. Look, some of them love jargons, but many are there, they don't want to hear jargons, because that one constant, like you have to go and open your dictionary, cite the words, what does the word mean, okay, this is what it means. You see, those are waste of time. So it's better transmitting information in a simple way. It's better than using jargon. Yeah.
What theme or subject do you find yourself returning to, and why do you think you resonate with them?
Like the subjects of my poems, the themes, Like, for me, I talk about many themes.
Okay.
I talk about the society, I talk about life, I talk about the things that are happening outside the country too, not only in the Gambia, like Palestine and other places where that wars are happening there. So those are the things which that at least keep me moving. Because when I write only about the Gambia, that means it's just like I am biased, because I'm only writing something about my country. And also when I write something bad, only the bad things that the government is doing or the Gambian people are doing, that one also is another thing. Because I am not fair to myself. I'm only writing something which that they are just doing the bad thing. If you do good, we write good. If you do bad, we write bad. Just to transmit the information easily. Yeah.
Alright. And is there a particular poem of yours that holds special significance to you? If there is, can you share the story with us?
Yeah, sure. Because like the first poem that I want to give you is road accident in our country. That is the road accidents that are happening every day. Because this poem, I wrote it at a time that I was going for a funeral of my grandma, and just not long ago. So I was going, and we come across a car which somersaulted. So that's the time I started writing that poem inside the car. So that's the way I started writing the poems, and I was tearing. In fact, it's very painful that if you see other people outside there, you forget about yours. You forget about your problems. Then you think about those people, their problems, what they are going through. So this is the poem that I wrote.
Okay, can I hear the poem?
Okay. The poem is the road accidents in our country. In the Gambia, the roads are a graveyard. Parents losing their sons and daughters. Every day people are dying. Ambulances carrying despair mothers and fathers. Children crying, asking themselves what to do, where to go, how to do it. In life, it's not fair, because other people are there who you know that they didn't live but to feel happy. Others are there, they didn't live but to feel sad. Because in a life where you know that we live in a country where every day and night accidents are occurring, the government is relaxing without doing nothing. They just feel like, because yes, this is the country that I am ruling, I don't care about the people who are outside there. Because you get the food, you get the things that you needed, you think that that's the end of it. No, it's not the end of it. Think about the days that you are also going to be carried to the grave, because life is very short. For you to think about those people out there is very vulnerable. For you to term them as people is very wonderful, because that's what will keep you going. Road accidents in our country is very pitiful, very sad and very harmful, because every day youths are dying. Many souls are dying every time. Whenever we think about them, we cry, because it is very sad that they are all gone forever and will never be seen again. This is just the set of it.
It is very emotional. The poem is nice, one really emotional. Anyone that hears it will be touched. Yeah. Why don't you record this poem and release it?
For now. For now, I don't think so, because as I told you earlier, the financial issue.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's the main problem right now. But whenever I got that thing, the finance, I will try my level best to record half of my poems, all the ones that I got. Yeah.
Okay. And do you draw inspiration from personal experiences, or do you draw it from the perspective of others?
I draw inspiration from my own self too, because I always say to myself that believe in yourself.
Right.
That is the only advice I also give out there. Whenever people ask me for advice, I will just tell them believe in yourself. They ask me, why do you say believe in yourself? I tell them because I believe in myself and I never give up. But I also draw inspiration from other people's work. Like I always watch this thing, VidMate. I always search, inspirational ideas, inspirational words, inspirational and quotations, just, at least to make me stronger. There is one inspiration that is Munibu, the woman. For her, whenever I am listening to her, it pushes me to be stronger. Even if at that moment I am weak, I have to stand tall again for it. So I draw it from my own perspectives, and I draw it for other people, from other people too. Yeah.
Okay. And in your opinion, what role does poetry play in our today's society?
Poetry play a huge and a wonderful role in our society, because if you see, many youths are out there, they didn't have work to do. So if you talk about it in your poem, the government hears something about it. So they will at least do something. I can say it's just like transmitter. It's the midfielder. Poetry is midfielder between the citizens and also the government. Because many people are there. As I told you earlier, we don't listen to news. We don't listen to news. The only time we can hear news, they said Gambia Nilamel, Gambia Tenmo. But we read news, So don't listen to news. Those ones, you can transmit the information to them, because it's not easy for only like the GRTS to control everything, or Eco TV to control everything. They cannot do all. There must be other people also who will help at least to transmit those information too. If the government now, they are embezzling the money. Now the GRTS only or Eco TV only cannot come and say that yes, the government is embezzling the money. There are other people who will not believe. But like if you remove other people also, like singing artists, this artist, and also poetry, you come, you recite a poem about it, people will feel it that this is what is happening. On the whole, there is embezzlement in the government. So this is why it is just like, for me, it is transmission of information from one person to another. That's the way I see it.
Okay. And do you believe also that poetry has the power to bring about social or political change? And have you written any poem regarding that?
Yeah. I believe that poetry can bring about political change and also in the social aspect. Because if you recite a poem talking about the government and they are doing something which you know that it is not encouraging in our country. I don't say they are doing it.
Yeah,
I'm just giving an example. Thank you. So if you write a poem about that, you know, maybe if they hear it, they might change. But you know, people are different. Some might change, but others may not change. Because as they only come in the elections and give us promises. So now if you talk about those fake promises and you will make it as a poem, if others hear it, they will say, yeah, you are right. It's true, we do go outside there, give them fake promises, but we never fulfill our promises. At least that one will change the political area. So at the social side, nowadays, let me take it to girls, I'm very sure, yeah? The girls. Now, if you go outside, you know, you see the things that you see in a society is very sad, you know. You see our sisters, you know, putting on things which you know that they are not encouraging. So if you write a poem about it, that one also can help. It can also change those people who listen to it. Because I can remember poetic pilot write a poem about Gambian Sungutol, the way they behave, the things that they do. So if you are a sensible person and you listen to that poem and you know that very well, yeah, this is what I am doing, at least that can motivate you to change, to inspire you to change and be the best version of you. Yeah.
And how do you think poetry can help people navigate through difficult times?
For me, it helps me a lot because whenever I am sad, I listen to poems. If I listen to them, my mind will be free. And also when I have a problem with some other person, you know, I do write that one also. Just to free up my mind because, you know, like I'm not writing that just to bully the person or to at least slander the person, but I'm writing it because it is out there. Because whatever happened to me, it is happening to another person too. So this is the way it goes. Anything that you see, there is a reason behind it. So this is it.
Okay, and when you write, do you have a specific audience in mind or do you write primarily for yourself?
I write it for a specific audience out there, those who are listening too. Because I cannot write for only myself, because when I write for myself only, that means I'm not transmitting any information. I'm just making the information to stay on my own. And that's why I write and give it out. Sometimes I write for people and give it out. Because I want also other people to be like me. Though yes, I am not known, I am not that much famous. I can hear I'm not famous. So, but even though I want other people to thrive too, because I am also helped in the background to thrive. So I want other people also to fly high, more than me. So that's why always, whenever I see things, I also take it like that. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you hope the readers to take away from your poems after you record and publish it?
I hope they learn something about it, because whenever I write, I want the audience to at least get something, the thing that I want to say about. Like if I write about road accidents, I don't just write it because there are road accidents happening in this country, but I write it also for other people also to know the way they use the road, especially the drivers. Because sometimes you see drivers will leave the roadside and they will branch to other sides, that is down the road, which you know that always when I see that, it's only the reason why I don't talk is because, you know, we are many. If the car is many, if I am the only one who talk there, they will say I'm half and long. Because Gambians, you know, it's very difficult. Because whenever you say something in a public, and when you are the only one who believe in that, they will tell you I'm half and long, aka soble, aka bakule. This is why I always, like, if I see those things, I want them to learn something about it. And also when I write a poem about life too, I don't only want you to listen and in poem the poem is nice, you know.
Learn something from it.
Learn something from it. Get the message. You know, install it inside your mind. As I always say, install things inside your mind. Do not allow them to be in waste. If you just listen to my poems without gaining anything about gaining something into it, that means it's just like an empty barrel, just like an empty bag, which you know that you just place it, nobody want to see it. That's the only thing. So I want people to get something, get the things that I want to say from my poems, always.
Okay. And are you working on any new collections or projects that you can tell us about?
No, actually for right now, I am not working on any other projects apart from only writing poetry. That so we are working on the album launching. That is the upcoming album launching, which this man is going to hold it. That is the logical intellect, who you know that he's my friend too. Because if you see that, yeah, I do attend poetry album launchings, but like I do not normally perform there. But for him, he invited me personally. We even have a collabo. So that one mom, I can say that's the only thing that we are working on right now, because we are even planning to shoot the video on Saturday.
Okay.
Inshallah. Yeah.
All right. And if you could have a conversation with any poet, living or dead, who would it be?
Right now,
Yes.
that is poet Mr. Penn. That's my mentor.
Okay.
That's my mentor.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, sure.
And also, time is running out. What do you have for your fellow poets that are just rising up? What do you have to tell them?
Yeah, the poets who are just like me, who are just the upcoming ones, who are new in the system, what I can tell them is that believe in yourself. Because if you see we are all going, we are all rising, we will believe in ourselves. Wherever you didn't believe, wherever you don't believe in yourself, you cannot do it. If you start learning education, you didn't believe in yourself, yes, I can learn, you can never do it. If you start poetry, you didn't believe in yourself, you can never do poetry. Because always you will say to yourself that, no, I cannot do it, I have to give up. And giving up is never a solution to anything. That's what I always say, giving up is never a solution. So let them not give up, let them rise up. And also the other thing is that taking other people's point, we should avoid that one.
Okay.
Because it is not easy, like somebody to write your own point after you come and take the person's point. Even though if you are going to do that, at least consult the person,
Yes.
give a credit to the person, so that the person also will feel that, yeah, I am also valued, that yes, this person took my point, but though he still give me a credit.
Yes.
And there are many young talented poets who are out there who are not given the chance, people like me. This is my first time coming to a studio, radio studio or TV studio. This is my first time. So if they are given the chance, they can make it. But if we are just abandoned like that, we cannot make it. Because if you see we are doing it, we are not doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for the people of the Gambia too, and the people who that listen to us. Yeah. So that's my message.
Yeah. How do you see your poetry evolving in the future?
The way I see it evolving, I always gleam into the glimmer of hope that one day I will also be the best poet in the Gambia, inshallah. Yeah. Because that's the only dream that I have always. Yeah, because there is a lot of competition that is understandable. But you know, each and every person have a goal to achieve. You have your dream. So my main dream also is to achieve the talent that I got, and so that my talent can go outside there. People will understand, yes, this is the talent that I have, and I can also share it with people. So I hope one day I can also be the best poet out there.
Inshallah, you will be someday.
Inshallah.
Yeah. And please give your final word to your fans out there and everyone.
Yeah, to those people who know that this is the first time seeing Boubacar Jallow alias the legendary pen, please, I am the legendary pen. The legendary pen that you always hear is me. And still the pen is always rolling. And inshallah, the pen will never stop if the things in this world doesn't stop. If I don't stop breathing, the pen will never stop breathing too. Because the ink always is full. There are many pens out there, but I can say my pen is the most legend one. So that's the say that I have for them. Please, you can all follow always. That now, as far as I begin it, I will continue it, inshallah. And I hope you all support and you love Eco TV too. You follow them always, because they are doing a great work out here. That they invite young talented people who that they didn't have the chance. So people like me, Eco TV is always welcoming us to come and showcase our talents. So wish you all the best, and may Allah continue blessing all of us.
Right.
Can I give one poem?
Okay.
This other poem, like we are on a journey to fix home.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Resilience is not resistance to suffering. It's the ability to bend without breaking. Strength doesn't come from ignorant people. Your future will heal when you endure the pain. I am on a journey to fix home. I left home to change home. I have been the leading soul nail of my home. Fixing the home is my only dream. I jump, crawl, dance, laugh, but inside, deep, I always feel it. Because I have to fix home. The home that I left people crying over there. The home where I left mommy and daddy struggling to get something, place it on the table. I have to fix home before thinking about any other thing. Fixing home on this journey is very difficult. But struggle, you have to do it. You have to feel it. You have to be shy, you have to be happy on this journey to make it. Si liggéey laa nekk bàyyi leen ma liggéey duma mos a noppale ko suma parewutee si liggéey laa nekk. I will never stop if I don't see home happy. I will never come back if I don't see home changing, because that's the only dream I have for now, to fix home. So I wish we all fix home, huh?
Yeah.
Even wherever we go to, we fix home.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
All will be fixed.
Yeah.
It is a must.
Inshallah.
Yeah, may God help every one of us struggling through. Yeah.
Amen.
And thank you very much for joining us today. It's a pleasure having you here. This is how we've come to the end of the program. It's the Poetry Slam Show here on Eco TV International with me, Rohietu Tude, and today my guest was the legendary pen himself. He's present here. Sarah to him and everyone, let's go and support him. He's a very talented guy, and the only thing he needs is the support and encouragement from everyone out there. He's a brother trying his best to see that everything is okay in this country and for the family too. So let's all go out and support. Bye bye till next week, inshallah. You can kindly follow us on Facebook too, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Sponsors are also invited. You can call on the numbers on the screen to sponsor this program. Bye bye.